welcome. This is episode 6 of the Darkmoon's Chosen Consort. Welcome back. So, I believe last time we were kind of wandering the greater world of the lands between here. We did a whole bunch of stuff for Rannis' quest line. We helped Blythe. We did a piece involving Celivus and then Selin retrospectively, and then we went and picked up the Moon's Veil Katana. Not going to be our playing with till endgame weapon. However, it is going to be a powerful tool to kind of get us towards that endgame. And then we did make the movement from Schoolhouse, and we came all the way up here to debate. We, last final ditch effort of yesterday's stream, we ended up killing the Red Wolf of Radagon that is always here. So that is where we are now. So far as doing other stuff, we might do a bit of exploration outside of the manor today. We might see if we can go back and take out Miriam for real this time. I think we should be able to do that, and then probably you'll end up taking out Renala this episode. Let's start off with some easier stuff, some warm-ups. Let's go get some more some more stuff for Engval. So we gotta get him leveled up a little bit more because he is gonna struggle for sure. And I'm gonna need him quite a bit against Renala, seeing as how we are a magic-based character. She is pretty much not quite immune, but she's very resistant to magic damage, which is like 90% of our damage output is magic, so probably gonna need a little bit of help with her. My first couple times playing through this game, I didn't even know this place existed. It's just kind of hidden back here. That's primarily what we're here for, is these glow quartz. I think we primarily need the ghost ones for Engval. Hit me with a knife. That was just very rude of him. Gotta go through like 5 different illusory walls to get here. But wait, there's more. You definitely have a friend, I heard him. Yep, there he is. usually a good rule of thumb is if a torch is out on a wall that's like mirrored with another wall that has a torch on, probably illusionary, but that room breaks that trend. Actually open up that chest, but still is always a good practice in dungeons to make sure you know what's behind you before you open stuff up. Alright, now we can go fight the boss. I think I know what the boss is here, but not 100% sure. But if it is what I think it is, then we're definitely going to do this. We definitely didn't need to do that. Already screwed it up. So definitely need Angle to stop that one from diddling me. Angle is gonna not win that fight, but he keeps the guy distracted. I remember first time I came down here, I had absolutely no clue what was going on, and it ended poorly. It was a suboptimal experience for sure. There we go. Alright, let's go back to the round table hold real quick and see if we can put some more levels into Mr. Engwall. So like I said earlier, we're definitely going to need him against Rellana. At least I think we will. I don't think I've ever actually fought her with Moonveil.
Greetings, are you here for...
Needs a Ghost Glovewort 3. So still don't have that 3, I guess. What did we pick up? Bunch of Grave. We got Ghost 2. That is intriguing. Alright. Well, we can still sell a whole bunch of junk to this guy. To Mr. Hugh. Hold on to that. Obviously, we're gonna hang on to that because once we get our third talisman slot, that's what's going in it. Either drops from a boss or we get from the remembrance. We don't need increased faith, and we don't need the Lord Sword's greatsword. Also don't need that. Alright. Should be enough to level up one more time. What are we gonna level up? ridiculous amount of points into intelligence here. Alright, so we did that, we did that. Oh yeah. Yep, we're gonna go after a couple of these Evergals. There's one in Limgrave we're gonna run back for as well. This one's pretty tough. Maybe not. So it does that. Okay, never mind, he's a lot easier than I remember him being. I think it's because last time I thought of it was I tried doing a like mage exclusively. I made the mistake of not having a melee weapon on me, and he dodges everything. That was a chunk of change ago. Wasn't quite as familiar with fighting hyper aggressive enemies like that as I am now. That was kind of a letdown actually. He was so dang easy. I'm kind of disappointed in myself for failing to him so so hugely in the last couple of attempts. That's another thing we probably should do. We should go find our other seeds. It's on our to-do list. Now let's go. Alright. Yeah, either love or hate the Shrek references, and if you hate them, I don't know what to tell you, you're probably a communist. Yikes. Don't do that. That's very rude. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they do not allow for any mistakes, and I did nothing but make mistakes there, so that one 110% on me. Ain't no doubt about it. Let's try that again without dying. See, when you don't do stupid things and mess up, those guys are super easy. You know, you just gotta get good, right? You just gotta lock in and pay attention to what he's doing and be smart about how you play it. Don't just let me just spam this one attack at him the whole time. All right. There was something I was thinking. Oh yeah. Okay. Gotta run back to the round table hole because I forgot to do something. There's a certain somebody we gotta go talk to.
Ah, you. Please, leave me be. It's pathetic, I know, but I need to think. Ah, you. Please, it's pathetic, I know, but I need to think.
Okay. Yep. Alrighty. We gotta go to the belfries. We gotta go kill the boss that whooped our ass in episode 1. Right off the rip, that golden scion. Running through their legs always confuses the hell out of those guys. It's like their AI can't comprehend what you just did. Rest there just to reset so that stupid troll doesn't decide to come up here and interfere. Here we go. Should probably make sure this is the actual one that we want to. Yep. Alright. Let's get this idiot. The shield that you get from that boss is phenomenal, and so are the swords. If I'm not mistaken, the sword is actually a paired weapon, so if you try to one-hand it, you actually get two of them. And when you do the thing, it's both of them. So if you're doing like a holy build, and you want to use dual swords, it's a fantastic setup. So that's not what we're attempting to accomplish here. We are up here for a very specific item. that's the item that we're here for, but we might actually give this a shot instead of Mr. Engvall. Because that is a pretty fantastic summon. Alrighty then. Let's go see if we can't take Miriam. I don't think I ever equipped my Great Rune from Godric. I did not. Right. I do prefer Radon's. Radon's Great Rune. I couldn't think of the word for some reason. That being said, the one that you get from Godric is pretty good. Maybe that's what I should use. Should actually remember to use my summon when I get to actually fight her. We don't need anything over there this time, so we can just run straight up here. First summon garbage. Back around and kill all these idiots. Wow, she just straight up skipped her middle stage, I guess. That is totally okay with me. Now, it's going much better. When last I was here, Miriam, I was but a child. I stand before you, the servant of Lady Ranni, come to reclaim what is mine. Just in case we die, we're gonna send this back down. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, come on. She got me panic rolling. Helps me out. Magic. Or FP rather. Ringle's just busy trashing all these idiots. Lady, you have too many friends for me to push you right now, so if you would like to push me, I suppose you're more than welcome to do so. thing is, she's not even like a super hard enemy to kill. It's just that it's hard to keep her locked down, and her ability to skirt around and teleport makes her dangerous, because if she teleports like just before she does her stupid her Loretta bow, you're in big trouble, because she'll teleport and immediately fire that thing. And if you're in the middle of like rolling or attacking, or you're just not prepared to dodge, you're gonna eat that whole thing to the face. And the way she's perked and spec'd and whatnot, you're gonna feel every ounce of that. Alright, we gotta get up to second level to get an item. I don't remember what item is up here, but stay calm, cast your spells. Should put that on a t-shirt. Stay calm and cast spells. Last time I came up here, I was using a faith build. I was using the rings of Radon, and that got me killed on more than one occasion, killing these guys at range, because you actually like step forward into a casting animation, whereas with your spells you just stand there and just bonk, 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 bonk the enemy. You know, it's just significantly safer. Alright, so now that we're done with that, where's the exit? It's down, is that right there? Yep, I do believe so. Alright. We'll be back to this tower eventually, but not for a minute. Sorry, Angball. I know your AI is like super incapable of just following, but I'll go ahead and send you back. Be back here before long, but the world will have changed. Points, I think, to level up, so we're gonna put another point in intelligence here. Oh, just 20,000 for the next. Alright. Okay, okie dokie okie okie dokie. Done stuff there. I'm trying to think where else. I suppose we could attempt to clear out Celia Crystal Tunnel. Nah, we're not gonna do that today. Trying to think where all the Graveworn places are. Oh yeah, there's one down over here. So we need to get some more glovewort for Mr. Engvall, Mr. Dean, the bird, Mr. Bird. So I'd like to do Rennala first try. Leave me alone. Don't hurt me. Please. Just gonna run right past that guy. Trick of not getting murdered by this bird and getting this ball. I need a somber 5 is what I need. Come on. Come on. It's just a good thing they can't kill you while you're doing that, because that would be deeply unfortunate. Alright, let's... Anybody on the sides? Ridiculous amount of scarlet rot down here. Almost forgot about all that. Look here, Mr. Skeleton. Go back to the grave, please and thank you. I know you're a man's. Can't trick me. I might be dumb, but I'm not dumb. There's some blossom over there that I would like to avoid aggroing for the moment. Here, let that fade. There's probably no point in killing this route. They can end at our level FP gains. You gotta be kidding me. Alright. We'll wait for it to finish poisoning, then we'll run over there and stab him with the sword. It is sitting right on top of a glovewort, so... Here we go. Okay, I see you, Mr. Flower. Scarlet Rot always does so much damage in the early game. It's kind of crazy, actually. Thankfully, they made this dungeon significantly shorter than most of the others. I honestly can't remember what's down here, but I have a feeling it's gonna be no bueno. Wow, really? It's just a shade? Say it's just a shade. It's half heals me with one hit. Alright, let's see what do we acquire? We got Ghost. We got Grave. So I think that's what I think we needed Ghost. I guess we're about to find out. Rodrika brought some things to do the stuff.
Are you here for Spirit?
Yes, I am. It was exactly what I needed to get him 2 levels. Heck yeah. Alright. And then there's another one. It's down back. It's down there. Alright. There's all these little nooks and crannies you gotta get to. It's very easy to forget where they are. Because every area's got so many different nooks and crannies that you go, oh, is that in that zone, or is that in this zone, or which zone is that in? So these stupid vulgar militia try to harass me, which was very much so not appreciated, sirs. I'd appreciate it if you would just leave me alone. Kind of figured out past it. I suppose it's worth it to get a free somber smithing stone. So definitely we're gonna have to send back up. This is where they introduce the hidden areas. Yeah, I knew you had a friend. Sneaky little rat. I'm not gonna say they're my least favorite enemy type in this game, but they're definitely up near the top of the list, without question. Just because they're usually doing some dumb nonsense, like giving you bleed buildup through your shield. Did not want to lock onto that guy. Actually, we're gonna have to jump down there. Yep, this is the Chock full of omen. Come on. You're gonna make me take a hit, aren't you? Or, actually, it's gonna give me a beautiful opportunity. Just easily kill them. They don't normally do that. Normally they stay aggro to you on that corner. Which is why I was so irritated. Normally he's like locked onto you through the wall and he sees you the second you start moving. Boldness. Died. It's like, yes, I'm well aware that I fumbled that historically. There we go. Okay, let's try that again without dying, shall we? Probably means that that omen's gonna try and hit us through the wall this time. Throwing stuff at me, you're the one that's supposed to be aggroing. Treat these like the non-challenges that they are. Just gotta focus. That looks so much more difficult than it is. I have a habit of that. Alright. Before we kill him, I'm gonna run here and kill this idiot. When you don't do stupid nonsense and mistime your dodges and then panic roll, this game becomes so much easier when you just get good. It's one of my least. I hate it. I hate when people in Souls like especially on like the Reddit threads, are like, "Oh, just get good." It's like, bro, if it was that easy, it wouldn't be a problem. The problem is I'm not good. And you get all the guys who are like, "Well, if you don't beat the game the way that I do." Whatever, man. It's like, look, guys, nobody cares about your opinion. That actually might be worthwhile to put on. Just for the vitality focus and all that good stuff. I mean, it doesn't look terrible either. It does look kind of jank, but... Easily broken, as it's like just barely worse than my actual helmet. That's funny, actually. Which is also worse than the night helm. That's interesting. No. I mean, it's got all the pretty much the same stats. No. Nope, nope, nope. We gotta stick with our drip. I see you. You got a friend in here, don't you? Yeah. Yeah. I heard him. I heard him. You got a friend. No, dude, that was just uncalled for. Can't believe you've done this. Alright. Oh yeah, blind corner, that's not suspicious. Yeah, I see you guys. Suppose I could have just walked forward onto the onto that and hit him with it. That would have been less entertaining though. Oh man! I forgot you guys were here. I got cocky. He almost caught me napping. None of these are secrets. Alright. I don't know where you came from, sir. Very unappreciated. Probably came from over here. He couldn't have. Yeah, must have walked right past him like an idiot. Now we drop down to the basement, because that's how we get to the door. Or get the door unlocked, rather. But many men reside in the pits. So down. Up. Drop down. Hopefully this guy doesn't hear us. Let's do this. Don't let them hunt you. awesome it looks. And that one's like unsheath plus magic. Alright, buddy. Pretty sure there's more. Out. I don't know why that guy's injured. Make sure not to step on the trap. Thankfully, the AI can't set it off or anything. I do believe there's one more guy up here. It's like a chapel, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there he is. Just jumps right back into his attack. Made one good roll, then undid it. Like immediately. Had a good roll away. Oh man. They put that there exactly because you're not expecting any more imps, because you haven't seen imps in a hot minute. There we go. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to run back to the entrance. We're going to grab fresh talismans and flasks and health, obviously. And then we'll go fight whatever monstrosity lies behind said door. Hopefully I did something right this time. Completely on purpose. I knew that I was gonna get it done right this time. Totally wasn't just because I forgot to send it back because I'm dumb. Definitely not the second option. Alright. Let's actually get my foot on here. Gotta remember to actually use that. Assuming that fight is easily winnable. You know, that was just rude. So now I have health missing. That's not what I wanted going into this. I don't even know what this is. That was just a single. I have the same weapon. Never actually tried it to see if it's any good, but it does look pretty neat. I mean, it does fit the magic build style, so maybe if I do my next like private playthrough, I might give it a shot. Do like a strength magic build. The only problem with strength and magic is you have slow casting speeds. Although I suppose it's only dexterity only really scales magic casting as far as I know up to like I think 40. But that's still a huge investment. is a truly psychotic amount to be investing in a skill that you're not actually going to be actively using, you know? Which is why, you know, the magic samurai works so well, because, you know, dexterity and magic, they go hand in hand, you know? Or dexterity intelligence, rather, which is obviously your magic, but pretty much everything that has most of the things that have intelligence scale off of dexterity better than strength. I mean, it's just how it is. Done. I think all that's up there is another spell slot, which we're not even using, so. Three wise beasts. Alright, we're looking for turtles, gentlemen. Absolutely surrounded by monsters. Oh, there's one. I always forget how much of a pain this is to do without a bow, because you can't manually aim your magic. Any wise beast down there? Sure, there's one. It's like on one of these rock ledges, I'm pretty sure. Like I said, it's been a hot minute, but I know we've done this one before. Oh yeah, here it is. There we go. Alright, so if you're looking to do it, there's one here on the ground, there's one back here in a tree, and then there's one right here on this lower ledge. Nice and easy. Ain't even gotta use a wiki. Just some random idiot streaming, making fake guides. Although maybe that's what I should do. I should edit some of these videos up into guides for certain areas that might be helpful. People might appreciate that, although this game's been out for so long, there's so many guides out there that I can't imagine that would be very useful. Look at that. Exactly what I thought it was. Alright. I think there's a cave down over there. ahead the rest of the day. I ain't got nobody to blame but myself for that one, unfortunately. Maybe there isn't a tunnel over here. Oh, there is. Do I have enough stone swords? Really upset if I only have one. Alright, we're good. I have no clue what's down here. This is interesting. Academy Crystal Cave. I already don't like this place. There are rats. Rats abound. Oh, come on. Slightly on different terrain. There we go, thank you. Where there's little ones, there's usually a big one. Some dudes. Wow, they didn't even bother to tell Steve. Steve, turn around! There's a maniac behind you with a katana. Ow. Son of bitches. Here, maybe I'm next. Yep. So clearly that group that I killed right off the rip, they're there to distract you from their friends. They are there to draw your attention where it needs not be. I feel like these rats are blind. They don't ever move and act like they're blind. Okay, so we'll see about killing these idiots first. Scholar boys. Good rule of thumb for you magic users. Do not get within melee range if you're not going to have melee spells. That is why I have Carian Slicer for when things get iffy. Especially if you're doing a magic build. Carian Slicer is still one of the top magic spells in the game so far as I'm concerned. It almost becomes more important when you're specifically using magic as your 99 percentile usage. It's never a good sign. Bunch of big old skeletons. Should explore down the other path too, because I don't really know where that leads. and stab him in the back and use that as a time to waste that other gentleman's spells. Or maybe not. Crap. Yikes. Destructive the gavel of Hama is. That thing is disgusting. That's another, hey buddy, you're too close to me, go away type spell. So we're gonna have to hit him with magic then. So hoping to not waste FP on the little guys in here, but I suppose he's technically not a little guy. Alright, so step one, we roll right. They lose interest. Take 3. Well, 3rd time's the charm, right? That's how that works. Stop that. Stop that, sir. That actually works super slick. Use the transient moonlight to dodge that guy's spell, kill his homie, and then stab him in the face. Genius level IQ, I clearly timed that on purpose. This guy nearly bamboozles me from the rear. Oh, look. Fog. Alright. Topped off on all the stuff that we need. I have enough to summon. Oh, yeah. These guys. probably somewhere up into the academy. Assuming there's some interesting item. I'm hoping there's some interesting item. Huh. Interesting. Wow. Always wondered how you got that spell. Intriguing. Alrighty then. Well, we got an item that we probably won't be using, like, ever. Well, maybe not ever. We'll probably end up equipping it and using it against hyper-aggressive enemies, so we can just kind of sit in the circle and use the magic sword. But I don't know. It probably is not a good use of FP. Alright, so we've done all that. We've done all that. We've did that. Alright. Back to... Let's go ahead and head up to the main one. Let's go see if we can save our ruler. Actually, we don't need those equipped anymore. We're gonna go get our shield first. We'll do all the stuff with that. Yeah, you always want to run to the sections that they bounce off of. So this one's gonna bounce there. You're safe here. And then you just gotta go. Is that it? Does not move from here. We're gonna go ahead and equip Mr. Dean for this. But that man's got my shield. Sorry, bro. Serve a different carrier. Sorry, brother. Shield's not actually better than the Banished Knight, but it is a role-playing decision. We will be replacing it once we get to Land of Shadow with that shield that, honestly, I think looks a lot better and fits lore-wise. Alright. Next step. So we unlock the shortcut. Okay. Then we go back this way. Get up there. Go turn off the stupid ball thrower. items are good items. Okay, so I unlocked that. Okay, so we're just gonna. So we need to rest and get our stuff back anyway. So we'll just go ahead and fast travel there. That makes our life easier. Got a couple things to do in the courtyard. We're gonna go and get Thops' key for him. I'm not really interested in killing you, so if you would just politely leave me alone. Thank you, little friends. You know, I'm convinced that they made that wall just short enough to do their stupid spells. Likelihood that I die at doing one of these jumps. There's a parkour section ahead, which I am not very good at. This is an area that I like to think that I know super well. Spell's any good. I've never actually used the spiral spell, so I have no clue if it's I don't know if it's any good. Looks cool, but you know, looks are not everything. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I messed that up right off the rip. Sir, could you, like, stop being like that? Thank you. Now, sometimes you just gotta have the AI nicely to stop being annoying and dangerous. No. literally zero use for. Well, RIP whatever item that guy had on him. He's got a buddy. That'll do. Alrighty. And now for the insanely long climb, because elevators are for nerds. Which is ironic to say because we're literally at an academy full of nerds. That's definitely one of the things of all time. You know, I'm not a structural engineer in any way, shape, or form, but I don't think that this is a structurally stable tower. I don't. Maybe it is. I can't. I don't know. Maybe it is, and I'm just dumb. Don't know what I'm talking about. But I feel like this will not be stable. There's probably the only ranged non-magic weapon that we'll be using in this game. That'll be exclusively used to whenever we need, like, to manually target stuff. I don't want to screw around with our magic. And it looks cool. Which is, again, super important. It's like, yes, there are much better armors that you can use for magic usage. Ones that give you better mind, and helmets that give you better intelligence and better mind, and it does not matter to me. The beauty of playing role-playing games is to play a role. If you want to min-max the game, that's fine. I've done that. I've done runs where everything I've done has been to min-max everything, but I have found the most enjoyment when I don't do that. It's not even particularly close. Sword key in case you want to go through one of the other teleporter thingy-majigs at the 4 belfries. Do some weaking to see what's in each of them. I can't remember what's in the other two. I never actually finished that part of the 4 belfries that we went to. The whole purpose of going there was to get a thing for a person that needs a thing. Alright, we need to get down to that one. Chew. That guy's kicked my ass on many occasions. Where's your friend at? Fight me! I suppose that counts. We don't really need the item that's down there, but I am a collector of always good when his AI just decides to not just delete you from existence, because normally he fires off a really high tracking set of bits that get you bonked every time, but not this time. Alrighty then. Let's real quick before we forget, go chit chat with a certain somebody. Actually, technically a certain two somebodies.
You. Is that polity Celivis?
Oh, I want the round table.
But I ask him. Oh. Good. You go and see Celivis, but don't just tell him that you tricked your market.
Despite knowing next to bloody nothing,
He's so far up his own arse, he won't suspect a thing. His inevitable display of arrogance will certainly be a sight to behold.
For real though. First time I've actually liked Sir Gideon.
Ah, you've already heard. Indeed. It seemed the whelp harbored suspicions, so I had no further use for her. Honestly, what's a man to do? A determined plebeian is more wicked than an omen horn, quite frankly. I suspect that's just what the Queen wants. A dose of ambition to incite the tarnished.
Scumbag. Oh no, my daughter is suspicious that I just murdered an entire town of innocent civilians. That makes her the bad guy, not me. What a crock.
Ah, you. Please, leave me be.
No,
It's pathetic, I know, but I need to think.
I have a gift.
So you know already, do you? Right. It's true. My father cast me out for indulging my emotions, forgetting the mission, punishment for offing his pawns. Father, Mother, Lord Gideon has offered me guidance all my life. I would have done anything for him, to place him on the throne of Elden Lord. And yet though it was not my intent, I betrayed him.
Now he betrayed his values.
And I can no longer trust in Father. To think he'd order his men to enact such tragedy. Where is the justice he purports in that? He once told me that if he became Elden Lord, he would never allow the downtrodden to be cheated ever again. Was he simply lying to me?
Yep. Yes, he was.
No. How could I say that? Father has always given me his guidance. And now, I've lost it. Is that ash? I can smell the ancient storm in it. My thanks. I'll gladly take it. I'm not like Roderica. I don't feel the presence of spirits, let alone see them. Still, this ash, it reminds me of my first hawk. Thank you. In this ash, I can smell the ancient storm. It reminds me of my first hawk. In this ash, it reminds me...
Alrighty, so now that we've done that, now let's go see if we can free Rennala from her despair. Do I have enough to level up one more time? It'll help if I actually click multiple. Is that enough? It's gotta be close. No, it is. It is perfect. Perfectly enough. Very nice. Point in there because Rennala is immune to magic, so we'll be using pretty much exclusively melee for watched about two videos video on it, and pretty sure he's not even gay. I'm pretty sure he's a traitor to the Carian line. Like, he sided with the Academy to keep her locked up, so.
Hush, little Calva. I'll soon birth thee anew, a sweeting, fresh and pure.
Well, she's lost the plot quite clearly.
My beloved, have no fear. I will hold thee. Patience. Ye will be countless born, forever and ever. Upon my name as Ranni the Witch. Mother's rich slumber shall not be disturbed by thee. Foul trespasser. Send word far and wide. Of the last queen of Caria, Rellana of the full moon. And the majesty of the night she conjureth.
Hiya. Yeah, if you can manage to not mess that up, it's pretty easy. So just, you know, like I've said several times, just get good, you know? Take two. Thankfully, I sent the elevator down because I pretty much knew I was going to fail. There we go. Alrighty, let's try this again without making mistakes this time, shall we?
Sleep tight. Sleep tight. Sleep.
Same area. That is best case. This got too greedy there. It's a lot easier to do with a straight sword. Because you're running swing with the straight sword at a very horizontal angle, so you can literally just run past them and still hit them. Just throwing stuff at them. Alright. Sure, I'll do that too. I should have popped my elixir. Alright, we don't need to watch this a second time. There we go. See, you just gotta wait until the wall gets really small and you're good to go. It like closes. It's just
lieth under my moon.
I screwed up. I screwed up that dodge. I shouldn't have been dodging. See, once you cast those tracking spells, you just do a really tight circle around them. You don't roll away because they will catch you. So your only hope is to, so like when you do like you do a straight run and then you kind of just doop and then you loop as many times as is needed. Same thing for like end game the Elden Beast. For his stuff, you just do a little loop-de-loop circle. We're gonna get this done before the stream ends. Third time's the charm, you know. We're gonna end the stream with finishing her. That is the goal. Did I send the elevator back down? I did. Alright. Good. I just wish there were, was it like a Stake America or a Site of Grace up here, so I don't have to do that whole run thing every time. I understand why there aren't any Stakes America, it's a lore reason. Americans man stealing hoe. 1,000 runes, baby. Heck yeah. We gotta go chat with Thops as well. But now...
Where did ye flee, my sweetings? Come out from whence ye hide. There are books and light aplenty, dither not. Come out, say I, or will ye be gravestones, to be better born anew? Ah, thou, is it thy wish to be born anew? To become a sweeting, reborn of my beloved egg?
I will do real quick. I want to change the color of my eyes. Alright. There we go. Not really an important thing, but I like
Be
to...
not alarmed, nor afeared. I would birth thee as a sweeting, fair and fine.
Yes, my lady. Alright, we'll go ahead and grab this, and we're gonna go back to Round Table Hold, because we gotta go and get our third talisman pouch. We gotta talk to Enya. And we are going to be taking and using her remembrance to get her staff.
I had my doubts, but my, look at you. Only once before have I seen two great runes together. Look there. The fingers shudder with exuberance. Fine work, brave Tarnished. The greater will is pleased. You have earned the right to become Elden Lord. Now, seek the Erd Tree and an audience with Queen Marika to become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order. The fingers expect as much from you as they do young Gideon. Take this, a token of farewell. Now, go forth, become Elden Lord.
Sir? Be able to use that till I get to level 60, but that's a-okay.
Queen Marika is the vessel of the Elden Ring, carrier of its vision. A god in truth. But after the Elden Ring's shattering, she was imprisoned in the Erd Tree. A grim punishment for shattering the Order, despite her godhood. The fingers speak. Marika's trespass demanded a heavy sentence. But even in shackles, she remains a god and the vision's vessel. Confer great runes to become Elden Lord and join Queen Marika as her consort. The fingers have willed it so. Now you may go. Now let...
Sure. We won't be doing the America thing, but yeah, we'll definitely go kill her. That is something that we will do.
Where have you been hiding? I took you for dead. No matter, it's all out your arms.
I didn't mean to impress upon you that I may have died. I can understand you being sad. I guess I'm probably your only customer at this point. us till the point when we have 4 talismans. Shouldn't use either of these either. Go ahead and start putting points into that. Alright. Let's go ahead and get level up some more. Very nice. 30, so we're halfway there. So pretty much all of our points going forward will be sunk completely into it. Intelligence being the it. At least until we get to 60, and then we'll start putting points into vigor, and then more points into mind, and then more points into dexterity. Thops, I've cleared the way for you, sir.
Another? Wonderful. Why not find yourself without one? You can't pass through the academy, and you'll never reach the Erdtree capital. And if you find an extra glintstone key, perhaps, once you've tied up all your loose ends, and I can be very patient, would you consider donating it to me? I know it. I'm a bluntstone. Nary a hint of talent for sorcery. But still, my place is at the academy. Are you certain you're willing to give your glintstone key to me? My, oh my. Thank you. Thank you dearly. Now I can go back to the academy to resume my study of glintstone sorceries. And the very stars. Back to learn another? Why, of course.
Alright, so now that we have that, we can go over here. We can unlock this tower now, and then we'll be able to unlock another tower in the north half of Liurnia. I don't know why I summoned Torrent for that. That was wild misuse of horsey potential. Nope, that's the wrong one. That one right there. Ta-da! And just like that, a ladder appears. We can now go upstairs to get our spell slot, even though we won't be using it. At least not here. Might have to end up using it in the DLC. Probably not though. Our end build is so strong that we honestly probably won't need to do anything else. Alright, so there's that. We're gonna go to the main academy gate then as well. And we are gonna end off at the Grand Lift Dectus. We got some riding to do. You know what? We'll do that on the next one. So what we'll do is we'll travel to the other side. Get to the Grand Lift tomorrow. Rest here. Alrighty, that is where we are gonna end it off today. As per usual, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to head over to the YouTube. That should be linked in my bio, and the episode should be uploaded within the hour. And if you want to go back and rewatch the other episodes, again, they will also be up there on YouTube for you guys to watch. But other than that, I will see you next time. Adios.